All right, we're on 17 and 18. I'm going to work number 17, and then 18 you'll have to figure out on your own. I'm going to clear these annotations so I have a bunch of space, because y'all know how I work. I'm actually going to move this up as well so I can just clear that. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and work number 17 together. These are the big mamma jamma problems. This is the one that people still have struggles with. I don't know what to tell you. I get why you're struggling with it, but if you just keep working at these, they get better. And they kind of improve your math skills in a lot of ways. Like I said, this is good treadmill math. So let's go ahead and work number 17. How do I want to start? I'm going to start by saying you need to remember these things. If you have the even root of a -1, that's going to equal to I. If you have an odd root of -1, it's going to equal to -1. So what does that mean? It means the square root of -1 is equal to I. It means the cube root of -1 is equal to -1. That is super important. Apparently, y'all did not get introduced to this in freshman year, your algebra. I thought y'all had. This is new to y'all. So y'all have done really well, actually, with this being a brand new concept to y'all. Y'all have done a very good job with it. I didn't know it was that brand new. So kudos. I think back in the day we learned I in algebra 1, but whatever. With that said, you have the even root of -1 is I, and the odd root of -1 is -1. So that matters here. We are dealing with the odd roots here. So I'm going to break this apart. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break this apart. And I always pull my negative out separately. Then I'm going to pull apart my number. Here's what we're trying to find inside our number. 24 is not a perfect cube, but does a perfect cube exist inside that number? Let's generate our list. 2 cubed, notice that 3. I'm pulling it from the house, y'all. 2 cubed is 8. Wow, lovely 8s. 2 cubed is, oh my God, is 8. And then 3 cubed is 27. Now, you can compare these numbers. Is 27 bigger than 24? It is, so we're done. So the only possible answer, our only possible number we can pull out is an 8. Does 8 go into 24? The answer is yes, it does. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the cube root of 8. And then I am going to split this up. This 7, the rule for doing this is you divide this number, 7, divided by this number, 3. If it's no decimals, then you're good to go. But unfortunately, 7 divided by 3 does create decimals. So now I'm going to ask myself, is there a number that divides by 3? The answer inside of 7? The answer is yes. 3 divides by 3, but so does 6. So we want the biggest number we can possibly find. So I'm going to split this apart to x sixth. And then when I'm breaking it apart, how many left do I have? I have 1 left. I have 1 left. So you can see it there. So you can see it. I'm also missing my number. I forgot my 8. Here's my 8 up here, and then I forgot my 8 times 3. So let me write that down here. So now let's check our things to make sure everything is accounted for. -1, it's right there. There's my 8 times my 3, so that's 24. And then x to the 6th times x to the 1 should give us x to the 7th. Everything's accounted for. Now we can evaluate some math. The cubed root of -1 is -1. The cubed root of 8 is 2. The cubed root of x to the 6th, you take this number 6 and divide by this number. You get x squared and the house disappears. Now if this number is smaller than this number, that means it's stuck. So this is stuck inside there. And then the cubed root of 3 is a decimal number, so you get to just keep it like this. Now we're going to shove it all back together at the very end. So draw my cubed root house. And what do I have inside my house? I have an x and a 3 inside my house. That's lovely. And then I have an x squared on the outside of my house, which is great. And then I have a -1 times 2, which is a -2. And that's your answer to number 17. Do your best on problem 18.